How's it everybody? Welcome back to the channel. We're back here once again on Scattered Island, and I am just appreciating the skyline that is starting to take shape over there. I am hoping that in time we're gonna start seeing more buildings on the side, but for now I think this is a good start. I like the way that looks. This is the town we started with some episodes back, and the trees in this town have all grown up now. I mean, look at that. The whole place has come alive quite nicely. And the vision that I had for this little cliff or this little hill of the trees hiding this road that is cutting in between, I think is beautiful. I love it, I love it, I love it. And when I'm sitting on top of this little hill, I keep wanting to say a cliff, this little hill, I can look down on the entire landscape with the city in the background, with the town shaping up. It is going beautifully. Over here, where was it? Over here, we cleared out some industry because some pollution was starting to affect these houses. Check this out. If you look at the land pollution, all of that is gone. Like, isn't that awesome? I love it, I love it, I love it. So it means that me clearing out all of these industries, putting down the water, not the water, man, the trees. I think this was actually the spot. There we go. Look at that. It is all gone, the ground pollution. So that is awesome. This is stuff that I am definitely going to clear up in time. And I'm hoping that today I will get some time to actually move some of this industry. I know I said I was going to do that in the last video, but I didn't get around to it. So it's something that I'm definitely looking forward to doing in this video. Got a couple of abandoned buildings all over the place. Where was the other one? There was another one here. Let's get rid of you. And interesting that that one does not grow back because we've got low density residential demand. Is it a case of this place is probably too noisy for it? Yes, it is. Why is it so red? Wow, if it's so red, it means that all of these are probably going to get abandoned soon. If I look at medium density, they are happy. So let's get some medium density growing over here. And odds are I might come and rezone a lot of these into medium density. Maybe now is the time to actually do it so that we get this town looking nice and lush and full. Let's rezone all of these areas that the low density is not happy with into medium density, and then we'll jump into the order of the day. Alrighty, so this has become or will become a medium density spot. Everything is going to grow out here. It is going to start looking pretty decent. All right, so let's let that place grow out and let's shift our attention to this spot that we started in the last video. Now I want to develop out this area and also this entire space. I am at 26,000 loss per hour, which is a lot. So the focus now is to expand the town from a from a residential, commercial, industry, and office point of view. That is going to be the main focus. We want to try and get some money going. To start off, I want to get a few more tiles. So let's grab this one just so that that little piece of land is available to me. I'm thinking of terraforming this place into this little nook right here so that we can expand the town into this space. So let's grab those two, and then lastly we'll grab these two, since if all goes according to plan, I would like to come into this space and develop through all of here. Now the idea here is that most of these are going to be medium density in this area along the railway line, and then we'll quickly start converting all of the space into the low density residentials. For now, let's terraform this space a bit and let's extend out the road networks around this area. Okay, so as this place is starting to shape up, I want to get at least an elementary school in this space. Because when I look at the education, I think elementary school, we just about to hit the capacity. And considering that this area is so far away from that elementary school, it will make sense that I have one probably somewhere around here. I was thinking of sticking it into this corner here instead, because I think over here it should cover this entire area, and then somewhere around here I'll probably put a high school to provide cover for the space. So looking at this, or maybe rather here, and then we develop this entire space in between into what looks like a nice big park or against the main road. Let's plop this down over here, and I think that actually works out nicely. Let's upgrade this, maybe put it on this side, and then we'll bump up the capacity to the fullest. We'll put a small park on this side. Can I have more than this? What is this? Children's clinic. Oh wow, you can have 2 children clinics. I had no idea. I think this will give this building a little bit of life. How much does this cost me? 10,000 per month. You know what? Let's go for it. And let's balance it out. Oh gosh, I'm just spending money without thinking. All right, cool. So we've got this the clinic in here, or well, the elementary school. I think this is a nice big looking asset. I wonder if we put, yeah, no, you're too big. You will not even fit in here. Okay. So we've got that. I'm going to maintain it exactly as it is. And then we're just going to put a bunch of footpaths around here and see if we can make it look like there's some kind of a park around it. And that will grow out. Now I'm keeping a very keen eye on the season and the temperature. We will be soon diving into the negatives. Odds are halfway through this episode we are going to get into the snow. All right, I want to develop up the space. What I want to do is that I want to connect this area to that space, and then maybe have a road that crosses the railway line over here. What I want to do at this point is to take advantage of a little feature of the camera mode, where if you go into the environment settings and you change the simulation speed to something lower, let's say 0.2, the whole game slows down and you're able to get out of the camera mode and you continue to operate in that speed. This way I stay in September for as long as possible and we don't get hit by winter. So we're gonna continue building in a slightly slower pace, but when I'm time lapsing, everything should actually speed up 5 times, and therefore everything should look like it's going at normal pace. Actually, I think I put my time lapse at 10 times the speed. I don't even know anymore. Anyways, let's fill up this place. We'll probably put some small commercial right here along the railway station, and then we'll just fill the rest of the space in with some residentials. All right, this entire area is zoned. Demand is a little bit low at the moment. Let's see if we can figure out why. It's just high noise pollution. It's unlikely that that is affecting this place. It could be that we don't have enough jobs or something. Yeah, so we do have quite the noise pollution in this area. It's probably why these are not zoning. Oh, not zoning, man. They're not spawning. So let's see if we can put some sound barriers all along this road, all the way along there, and all the way along there. I'm hoping that that should help with the noise pollution that's in this area. Yeah, so that helps quite a bit. And then I'm still going to leave all of these trees here. Why is it white? We'll leave all of these trees here. I don't know if the trees actually help at all in game, but in real life, generally trees will help with the noise. So we'll leave all of these trees in here, and let's let the simulation run for a bit, and let's see if any of these areas will zone up. In the meantime, you know what I can check is, got a whole lot of city statistics, right? Which I know little to nothing about. If I look at employment, unemployed, so let's see jobs, workers, unemployed. So does this mean that we've got 1,600 unemployed people? I'm guessing that's what that means. Population, there we go. This is what I want. Unemployment rate is sitting at 15.9%. So we do not have enough jobs to satisfy all of the people that I'm trying to get to move in. So to address that, what I'm going to do is I'm going to jump from here all the way out to this side. And we're going to start putting down a couple of offices and industry in this space. Now we're going to break up the industry by putting offices so that we don't have too much of this cloud, smoke, whatever you want to call it. So in places like this, we can very easily come in and put in at least a road or two that will hopefully drive some office spaces, because we've got a lot of office demand, and I'm hoping that offices will create jobs the same way that industry creates jobs. So let's do a little bit of zoning around here. Let's get the roads in and let's see what transpires. So as this place shapes up and all these trees grow, I want to relocate the coal power plant. I believe this is a coal power plant, yes. So I want to relocate this from here. Move it from here and stick it next to the incineration plant. And the reason for that is, if you have a look at the ground pollution, this thing is quite a huge polluter. It's coupled together with the landfill. So at some point I want to get rid of the landfill as well, but right now it would be nice if I can get rid of this quickly. So what I want to do is I want to line it up nicely with the incineration plant. So we'll put a small road here with an on-ramp here, and then we will come and relocate it back to this space. Let's just draw out the roads quickly. Okay, let's go grab this guy. So let's take you, relocate, and hopefully I should get you nice and smashingly close. How does that look? Cool. So now we've got these two giant buildings that are emitting a ton of land pollution, all sitting in the same place. I see the land is a little wonky here, so let's grab this. Let me shrink this one a bit, mark the land, and let's just level out this land here. And we can do it around this side as well. And then we can just smooth it all out. And I think that should be perfectly fine. And then maybe to complete it, maybe we can just put a small industry right here next to it. And then we let that grow out. And then this is, it will look like it's a big building, smallest building. Hopefully this one's got a chimney and it spews out some smoke as well. Probably the only place that I really want a chimney, to be honest. And then we can just, nope, wrong thing. We can plonk down, select all of them. We can plonk down a whole bunch of trees here in front of it. And hopefully all these trees will keep helping in keeping the ground nice and let's be honest, these trees aren't going to do anything to clean up the ground, given how much pollution these make. All right, so I want to come through and finish up this space. All the houses are zoned in. What I want to do is just put like footpaths all around here, so it looks like there's a giant park of sorts here. And I'm gonna start off by putting a couple of roundabouts on all of these road tips, and then we'll just put in a bunch of footpaths all over the place. Let's get that done quickly. Alrighty, so we've got the parts in. Building these, I did not realize how steep this hill actually is. So I'm going to exaggerate it even a little bit more, just so that it forms like the true reason why people never really built here. Because this hill is just extremely tall, and so it wasn't conducive for too much building. But at least by exaggerating it, it sits there very nicely. I would love to have a few more like little cliffs and stuff in places, but maybe not there, but around here. I think I can definitely exaggerate this one also a little bit more, so that it shows the contouring of the landscape. And that, I think, is what adds a lot of life to builds. As long as it doesn't go all the way up to the houses for it to look odd, then I think it should be fine. I want to go over this again with the smoothing tool, but I don't. Let's see what it looks like if I do. Okay, so it will just hide away all of the brown dirty stuff that came out. Maybe we can leave it over there so that that place, it's still a bit visible. We can try and smooth it out a little bit more on this side, maybe a little bit on this side, but I do want some of that sandy area to be visible. I think that adds a whole lot more to the landscape with the houses developing in and around the hill. Once all of these trees grow out, I think this place is going to look very, very nice. Some of these spaces we might come and stick in a commercial or two in time, but for now we will leave everything as it is. Okie dokie, so I have just sped through all of winter because I was not in the mood to build in winter. So yeah, I've left the simulation running for I don't know, I think it's been about 3 hours now, and the snow came and it's finally starting to melt away. So we are back to green. We are in spring. We'll be going into summer soon. So this area has all grown out. I made a couple of changes during the course of the winter. I just thought I'll show a couple of those to you. So I removed a lot of the low density residential and put medium density along here, because these low density guys were complaining a lot about noise pollution. So I stuck those in there. I also put a police station here as well as a fire station this side. At the same time, I've added some windmills. Now, when I moved the power station from over here to over there, it created an electricity bottleneck here. So these sort of areas started complaining that they were not getting power, and there was a big icon here that was saying there isn't enough capacity to carry the electricity. So for that, what I did to resolve it is that I added a couple of these windmills, well, not windmills, man, wind turbines over here to help supplement the power supply to this town. And I upgraded all of them to have the solar assist, the advanced rotor system, and the battery extensions. Now, they've not been placed in the most optimal positions. As you can see, they're all generating minimal amount of electricity, but it adds to the aesthetics of the town. I mean, if I was to do a focal length change on this, which I will do during the cinematics, you're gonna see that these sitting here actually look very, very good. I then also put a small little office park here, which is, and a couple of industries to help basically drive a little bit more of the demand. But the biggest notable change, if you take a close look, is that a lot of our medium densities are complaining and they are being abandoned. So I dug into the population tab and I noticed that, I can't get rid of that white. Anyways, it is what it is. I took a dive into the population tab and I noticed that my unemployment rate is set at 19.4%, and there are only 13,676 jobs. Now, if I look at my population distribution, could I stop closing that? The majority of my people are actually in the working class. If I look at this this age, whatever you wanna call it, a lot of them are in the working class, so they should be getting jobs. But I'm guessing that the reason I'm getting a whole lot of abandonment is because there aren't enough jobs to go around. So we've got areas like these that have been completely abandoned. The buildings have despawned and they are all gone. So what I want to do to end off, or before we end off this video, is to try and create more jobs. And the way I'm going to do that is I'm going to zone a lot more office as well as a lot more industry. So let's get a couple of offices and industry in, and then we'll go back and see whether or not at least a number of them have come back. Yay, we've unlocked something. The principals, the companies working in this modern office building not only make sure that justice is served, but their efficiency actually helps to reduce the crime rate in the neighborhood. This looks like a beautiful building. Looks very, very nice. It's office. It's a nice squarish building. I am going to go stick that probably in the downtown area. Oh, another thing. I had increased my taxes on industry. That's probably the reason why I'm not getting a lot of demand. So let me decrease that so that we can get more demand for industry hopefully coming back. I already see the demand is increasing already, which is awesome. Alrighty, so we've zoned in a whole bunch of industry here. Well, not a whole bunch. I make it seem like it's bigger than it is. I'm reluctant to push too much because I really want this place to be like a harbor / a dock type thing, and I want to send it through this way. So I'll create a waterway out this point and it will go out that direction. I want to do something else around here, and I think here as well, or actually it was here. I wanted to do something as well, so this will allow this to be connected to that, to be connected to that. It's probably the reason why I want this space, and I do not want to overdevelop because I know for a fact that I am going to be deleting a lot of this and redoing all of this space. So don't fall in love with it. We are currently now at 15,000 jobs. So we've at least managed to create about 1,500 more jobs, but it's nowhere near what we need. We still don't have any real medium density demand going. It's all these people are just abandoning. But we can see actually 1 or 2 are starting to come back. So it means that our demand is slowly starting to rise again. And I don't want to continue down the industry path. Instead, what I want to do is I want to expand this area a little bit with office more than anything else. So we're going to extend the city out in this direction and get a host of offices into this space. So that's the plan. Let's get these up and running, shall we? Well, these have built up. Ain't that something? I didn't really know what they were going to look like, but I think in the end, it's a really dense office park, right? Which is not so bad. I mean, it's a lot of buildings of the same type, and given how many there are, I think it's quite unrealistic for there to be this many. So maybe it'll be worthwhile if I de-zone a couple of these and put, let's say, commercial on the ground floor like that. And let's see what that looks like once they grow together. And then we can come here and do the same, de-zone these two, and then put commercial at the base of that, dezone that, and put commercial at the base of that. Now let's see what that is going to look like once it's all grown. What I could do maybe is, because we've got this office building, ooh, I like the look of you. I like the look of this very, very much. So let's go ahead and get rid of, let's say, that and that. And are we able to plop it? No, I need to move this a little bit further. Alrighty. Moment of truth. Yes. Boom. So this should aid in office development, which is awesome. I can go ahead and put a whole bunch of maybe low density office all around this space. So those should grow and create a ton of jobs. Let's plop more down, and let's just get offices spawning all over this place. Hopefully that's going to give us a ton of jobs for our citizens and hopefully drive medium density demand. I have no idea whether that's going to happen or not, but you know what? Let's see. All right, so before I continue, look at this. Okay, so we've got a couple still abandoned, but once things get restored, they will come back. But look at this area. It has filled up once again. So all of these have regrown, which is awesome. It probably explains why I was not seeing the demand bar growing, because every time it grew, something came and started building. So that is awesome. We've got all these cars here. I wonder where all these guys are going. Oh, this does not give me the option to see. Okay, it says destination 130 Birdsong Street. Where is that? Focus. So they're coming to this side. All right. With this being all the offices, I want to connect up this road here, which will give another way in. And I'm thinking more and more that this trumpet might have to become a little bit more elaborate. Otherwise, the traffic on this area will become extremely heavy. And look at this road. It's like nobody is using this road. I don't know if it's because this area hasn't been developed yet or what, but that is something that I need to keep an eye on, because I am seriously thinking this road might be a little bit misplaced or a bit of an overkill. But we'll monitor it and see. For now, let me stick in a couple more offices here and there, and we'll see how far out we can expand this before we call it a day. You know, I forgot to come back here and see what putting low density commercial between these buildings actually looked like. And I think it is fine. I think we will leave this. as it is. It's not every building or every city block that has the perfect design. So yeah, we'll leave this. It's an office park, right? It functions, it's got big buildings, and it is going to create jobs for my people, which ultimately is what I was looking for. So people have jobs, I am happy. All right, so this place is also grown out. Once this place bushes out, it will have its own little corner. I like seeing the fact that there are actually a lot of cars trying to get down in this area, which tells me that I'm going to need to provide access to this area probably via somewhere around here. Or when I come and join up this place, create a way on and off from here. I think over here will be better, otherwise this place gets a little too clunky. So we'll probably do it somewhere around this space instead. Alrighty, I have zoned in a ton of office. We've got a huge office space over here. Now, I've got this one tall chappy here that I am not 100% sure I want to keep. I definitely want to get rid of you now. Forget what I said earlier. It is gone. And we'll put low density office over here, and I think that should work much better. The height, we've still got this one tall building that dominates this area, which is cool. We might come and remove a couple of these and make them also slightly taller. Maybe this is 1 2 3 4 5, so if I make this one taller, it's going to be as tall as one of these, which is not ideal, not what I want. So yeah, no, it's fine. You know what? We'll leave things the way they are right now. And then I'll play around with different heights and different types of buildings. Might even replace a couple of them with high density commercial instead, since those buildings also come with a little bit of height, even though I'm not a big fan of how they look. And then I'll see how it all shapes up. But otherwise, everybody, I think we're going to call it an episode. We expanded out this area very nicely. I love the hills that I incorporated here. Like, look at that. I love the way that looks with the residential areas sort of in the valley between the two hills. And then when we look out over there, I also heightened up these two hills a little bit, as well as that one. And we're just going to have more development that sits in between the two hills, sitting in the valley. And I think that is going to look so cool once this whole area is done. I'm hoping next video that will be my focus, that I will get this area completed so this looks like one nice fully developed island, and then we will tackle probably this downtown area. What I do like though now is that all of the trees are starting to grow, so the entire area is starting to look nice and bushy. I don't know if this is a logic in the game whereby following a winter, all the trees just seem to get a whole new life in them and they just shoot up, which is, for me, is awesome. So I love the green that's starting to take shape all over the place. Everybody, wait, one last thing. We did not, oh no, we did talk about the industrial area. I don't know if in the next video I will get time to do this. I doubt it, because what I'm planning here is a pretty big construction project. But following this, I think we might come in and start building the actual harbor or a little dock area, whatever you want to call it, in this space. And I do want to put something here as well, nothing too major, but it's so close to the outside connection. I tested it out, and the way the boats just come flying in here just looked really funky to me. But because it's the downtown, maybe the harbor or the passenger terminal harbor sitting somewhere around here might be good, but we will see about all of that. That's what everything is looking like so far. I like the way it's shaping out. It's a non-grid, just all over the place, and I love it. I love how all the roads cut through the landscape, how the development is taking shape around the downtown, the outskirts, and everything is shaping up almost the way I envisioned. That's it, everyone. We are done. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. If you enjoyed it, please give the video a thumbs up. It really helps the video get noticed. And if you haven't hit the subscribe, please go ahead and do so now. I will really appreciate it. To all of my patrons, thank you so much for the support. It is always appreciated. Thank you. Everybody, take it easy, keep safe, and until the next one, I don't know how I'm going to conclude that. I will see you then. Cheers, everybody.